After a distraction, like looking at your phone, it takes an average of 23 minutes for you to regain that focus back. 23 minutes every time you get distracted. All right, let's talk productivity. You like my new microphone? I've had too many times where I've been sitting down to work, opening a project, checking my phone, answering emails, watching TV all at the same time. And all of a sudden, 2 hours have passed and I haven't gotten anything done. In this video, we're going to break down some real productivity strategies that actually work for creatives, musicians, and anyone who's actually just trying to finish work. These are the habits that I use as someone who is chasing a creative career while simultaneously working a full-time 9-to-5 job. These are all backed by scientific research. These have helped me consistently output creative work without burning out and have quite literally changed my life in terms of productivity. Today's video is split into 3 categories: physical, environmental, and mental. Section 1, physical. You won't be able to do anything on your to-do list if your body is not taken care of. Sleep is non-negotiable. Not just getting sleep, getting good quality sleep. Sleep-deprived people show up to 40% declines in memory retention, focus, and decision-making. In the past, I would think that staying up late and working on music or staying up late and pitching myself to labels was the right way to go. But honestly, I've learned now that instead of staying up late, just going to sleep at that time and working on it the next day with a well-rested mind, that is so much more effective than trying to do a creative marathon. Nutrition and hydration, incredibly important. Creative work is mentally demanding. Dehydration can impair your focus. Skipping meals, over-caffeinating, eating too much sugar, that all leads to crashes. Instead, maybe focus on anti-inflammatory foods, minimize sugar intake, drink water constantly, but most importantly, avoid decision fatigue based on hunger. Eating balanced, good meals will do wonders for your productivity. Even do some meal prep if you need to. Something else I've learned, moving your body before doing some deep work, stretching, going for a little walk, any form of exercise can improve your focus, your memory, and even boost creativity. Even just a little bit of exercise can increase that oxygen, increase blood flow. So if you're someone who's doing a lot of writing, arranging, coding, or producing, getting some physical movement in before doing deep work, it's a big plus. Section 2, environmental productivity. Everything that I have set up in my little corner studio in my living room is all intentional. Everything that I use often is no further than an arm's reach away. Whether it's my synth, my microphone, my section for DJing, my SD cards, storage, headphones, everything. Everything that I need is close by, and everything that I need to avoid is further away. And that's on purpose. My phone is way over there on the charger. It used to be on my desk, but I moved it away. Having these distractions nearby just absolutely destroyed my productivity. After a distraction, like looking at your phone, checking an email, anything that cut you off from what you were doing, it takes an average of 23 minutes for you to regain that focus back. 23 minutes every time you get distracted. If you're someone like me who's working a full-time job while also chasing a creative career, 23 minutes just to regain that focus is just not going to cut it. That can't happen. Checking your phone is not harmless. On my computer, I use focus mode. When I'm working on music or I really need to get through tasks, I will just turn off notifications on my computer entirely. I actually got rid of my Apple Watch. It's up there in the corner charging, and I opted for a Whoop. And this is so I can track my fitness by not having a screen to distract me. I found myself checking my Apple Watch way too much. Even turning off all the notifications, the screen turning on, little widgets in there, just too distracting, too overstimulating. Limit your screens, limit your distractions. I promise you your productivity will skyrocket. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know that having a clean space is something that I preach constantly. Having a cluttered studio or a desk, it means more little decisions that you have to make, which is background noise for your brain. I used to keep too much gear, too many cables, coffee mugs, water cups, keep way too many things that I didn't need on my desk. I got rid of so much. Everything that's on here are only things that I use constantly. This applies to digital clutter too. Going in every now and then and cleaning up your samples, cleaning up your desktop, putting things away. If you're looking at a desktop, it's just full of different screenshots and folders and files and everything like that. That can subconsciously stress you out. And it did for me too. Another environmental thing is sound and lighting conditions. If possible, try to get some natural light into your area. If it's not possible, maybe move to an area for a little bit and get some natural light. Exposure to natural light can improve your alertness and cognitive function. Sound, especially music with a lot of lyrics, that's not good if you're doing some admin work, writing emails. I like to listen to lo-fi beats on Spotify when doing that type of work because having lyrics or listening to rap or just anything with words, very distracting. The first two sections that we just went over, those feed directly into the third section, which is the mental. If you're not taking care of your body and you have a very, very busy area that you work in, you're not really setting your mental up for success when you dive into work. I'm pretty much a professional procrastinator, but there are ways to get around that. Lately, every day in the morning, I've been outlining my entire day. Personal time, full-time job tasks, my second job tasks, YouTube tasks, music production tasks. I write that all down in one calendar. And I get very specific. Set up camera and record voiceover. Finish the arrangement for this track. Writing bigger goals are pretty abstract when you're actually trying to work with them. So like finish an album or launch a brand, build portfolio. That's a setup for procrastination because that is a massive goal. Breaking these tasks down into 15 to 30 minute tasks and getting very granular with it, you're going to be much more likely to actually act upon those. Another thing is that everyone has their peak hours. No one is the same. Some people are morning people, some people are evening people. My peak is in the mid-morning, around 10 a.m., but unfortunately, I have my full-time job then, so I save that for the weekends. And during the week, the time where I am most alert and most able to create and have that time is around 5 to 6 p.m. Identify when your brain is clearest and block it for your hardest work. Waiting for motivation or waiting for the perfect time, there will never be a perfect time. Deep work needs structure. If you don't plan that time, it's going to get lost. That's really for creative work. If you're doing something that's not too mind intensive, like admin work, sending emails, or things that require low focus, you can save those for times where your brain is not as active, like maybe later at night before you go to bed. You don't need to be perfect every day. Find that baseline that works for you, act upon it, build upon it, and make it yours. Productivity isn't necessarily about doing more. It's about clearing space in order for you to do the right things well. Your time is your most limited resource. Use it well.